my dear Virgos. Hello, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot. These messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yay! Hello, how are you doing? My energy is a little bit low today, so we'll see how we go with your reading, but I still wanted to do it. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here, for all of your love and support, and thank you for whoever is anonymously donating to the channel and the purpose, and myself, of course, here through Vimeo, buying videos and not watching them. I can see that, so thank you so much. That's awesome. Also, thank you so much to my Patreons. Thank you guys for all of your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for booking private readings with me. It is a delight. So, all right, let's hop into your reading, I would say, right? We're very close to the 10,000, which means you're going to get that 20% discount, and I'm going to be like, yay, so cool. All right, you guys, we already have 2 guardian angel cards out for you here, Virgo. All right. It's funny that they're all coming towards you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're all like vice versa. So, I mean, flipped around. That's really interesting. Am I holding them right? Yeah, I'm holding them right. So it's not that. It's just none of them are really something for me to see, but it's rather for you. It's like really, I mean, that's significant here. Absolutely. First of all, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else, all right? You can reverse the placements. It's not gender specific, nor is it really time specific. This one's isn't at all. So whenever the message reaches you, it's yours at that time. Just trust your gut on this one. Also, I wouldn't, not on my channel, go so much with the signs, rather with if you feel pulled by a reading, right, or by the title of a reading. All right, that's that. Be kind to one another. That's that also. All right, but there's, again, there's significance in the way the cards are laid out. So either some of you are readers and you can already interpret the cards the way they come out. The funny thing is they actually want me to leave it that way, which is so curious. It never happened to me that way. And it's going to be interesting for me to read as well, because it's like the tables have turned. That's interesting. The tables have turned is what I just heard. And it's going from me, or the responsibility being placed on me as a reader, just bear with me, given the responsibility to you. That's that. It's like, there you go. Spirit is saying, there you go. These are your cards. This is your life. Please go ahead and read them accordingly. And not so much on me. So it's very interesting situation. Very interesting situation. Wow. That, oh man, that's interesting. So your first card out is the 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to show them to you. And maybe a lot of you can read these already and interpret them accordingly. And please be my guest, right? That's amazing. Like, you always should use those readings to interpret them the way you feel them, because the way I view those readings are, it's a work of art, right? It's much like that. I'm giving you a piece of art, artwork, creativity, and you do as you see fit for your life. And we all interpret them so differently, right? So differently. Looking at a piece of art, none of us see one piece of art in the same way. We just don't. We don't, because we're all so very different. That's why it's so important that that you do your thing, that you interpret things according to your own beliefs and your own value system, because that's where the magic really happens. That's where it's at, Virgo, here for you, for sure. For sure. Not just for you. That's where it's at. Really finding out what you want and what you're made of, and bringing forth that authenticity only the way you can do it here. All right. And this is 6 of Pentacles. That's smart business sense. That's having enough to go around. It's also talking about equal give and take. So there's something that's coming back to you. I'm immediately having good karma in my head with this card, like good return of good karma. So it's like really you put something out there, you may have invested in something and or someone and really put a lot of, well, you invested a lot, right? That could be love, that could be money, that could be just time or whatever else it is, or it could be a project that you invested in, and it's coming back around now because you wouldn't give out if you didn't have enough. So that's the thing here. You must have learned to set boundaries here as well, to set boundaries and according to yourself, right? Not to what anyone else is thinking a boundary should be, but it's really, and I'm going to put it that way too because they want me to. That's so funny. Really defining for yourself what is it that you want, right? And it doesn't matter if no one else has that same opinion. And I can definitely speak from experience now for this channel. There are so many different opinions out there, and to me it's all about, yeah, voice your opinion, but do it in a respectful kind of a way, right? And that's where I would like to go with this channel, or that's what this channel is a lot about as well. Yes, we do have different opinions. Let's voice them, but let's do it in a constructive kind of a way, right? Because that's where it's getting really interesting, because there are different opinions, and that's perfect, right? We're not all one stream. We are not, although we are, but it's really, it's that the beauty is in the individual expression here, all right? Yeah. Yeah, and you cannot tell another being what to do or what to say. You can't. And if people are trying to do that with you, then that's a reminder to really check in with yourself. Like where, for me, that's always a checking point to, all right, where am I, where do I have insecurities, for example, or where am I not entirely stable in the person that I am? So I always see that as an invitation for myself to look at that, okay? And that's, I think, what's coming up here too. And with the Nine of Rods, it's just like that, Virgo. It's like you are defending yourself and your views here, which is totally fine, and which is good. But I feel you're moving away from that as well, from being defensive and reactive towards other people's opinions, because yes, we do have an initial reaction that could then lead us to like I just said, to look at where we are, where we do have insecurities or where we're not quite stable yet, but then again we're moving away from that here too, Virgo, and going up a notch too with the Six of Swords. It's moving away from that and going to a bit into the unknown, because you knew this part. Yeah, like you knew the defensive. You may have had that down quite well, like defending yourself. But this is rather about inclusion, right? You're going towards inclusion and being like, wow, that opinion is interesting, right? It's more like that, because when we're so stable in what we think and who we are, then we don't have to push others' opinions away anymore. But rather include them and be like, yeah, that's cool. But mind you, in a respectful kind of a way. I'm not talking about aggressive or superior kind of opinions that come along. I don't mean that, and Spirit doesn't mean that here either. It's not that. You are supposed to be, you can just push that away, right? But what I mean is like constructive, I don't even want to say criticism, because that's not what it is. Just like other people's opinions, other people's points of views, because you're so stable in yours that you can easily say, wow, that's so interesting, cool, tell me more about that. And then you can see, do they fit with my perspective, with my worldview here, right? Do they or don't they? Do we match or don't we match? And what do we do with it? Is there something that we can create together, or do we just have to go our separate ways, but be cool with how we live, because we have appreciation for the other who is finding out who they are, and you are finding out who you are. And this is like day by day kind of a thing. We change so much, right, during the course of one life, hopefully, so that we may grow and expand, right? If that's your thing. If it isn't, then it's just like that, right? It's two different ways, and that's totally fine. That's okay. So it's a lot about accepting other people's opinions, and even though they may not accept yours. So that's where the split is happening, right? But if you have two different people with two different opinions. They could be awesome friends, right? And exchange awesome stuff that one knows but the other doesn't. And then you have this gorgeous communication happening. And that is truly enriching. And that's what it is about to me. Because this is what also arguments can be used for. It's like getting to know the other person better. But this only works if none of the people exits first, right? And this is so interesting because in my experience, often people are on the defensive and just run, like as soon as you address something, rather than sitting it out and really talking about it and having that conversation, right? But honest. But you need two really honest people here that are really invested and really trying to get to the bottom of what's really going on here, for example, right? Or really like, wow, that's something new. I didn't know this about you. Tell me more about this. Like really true interest, honest interest, and you need two people for that are willing to grow, that want to grow, and that are ready to grow too. So there's a lot, as you can see, there's a lot going on here in this, and I want to read your first guardian angel card to you right now, which says love. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow our healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. There's a lot in there in what we just spoke about, okay? Let's go to the Wildwood Tarot. Thanks. Oh my God. You have Three of Bows, fulfillment. And indeed, as you can see, that crossroads, right? It's like the two paths that we just described. It's like maybe you're standing here with a person or with an event or with a job situation or whatnot. You really have to make that decision right now, right? Or it's like, are you gonna go this way and the person's going the other way? But it's really like you're saying halt. It's like you're saying halt. You're like, wait a minute. Don't just run away from me. It's like that kind of a thing. Wait a minute. Don't just run away from me. I'm really trying to like communicate that we could do this together. That's with the two dragons or snakes here that you can see on her dress, which could also denote to Kundalini rising, right? You are really aligned here, Virgo, really aligned with yourself. You are that strong tree in the background. You are one with that tree, possibly one with nature as well. You may really enjoy walking barefoot here too and being in nature and just doing your thing, expressing your beautiful self. And it's like, you don't have to defend yourself any longer for that or for being different. You really don't. But it's like also an invitation to others. It's like, stop, halt, mate. You don't have to like abandon me for being different. It's like it's really about inclusivity, including like appreciating, celebrating difference, celebrating authenticity here for sure. And it also means parting ways with people, situations, jobs that are not in alignment with that. But again, that's not from you because you seem to be the one that's doing the inviting, right? Let's talk about it. You're here, you're ready. It's like, wow, okay. And you are here, you're staying for sure. You're staying for the gorgeousness of the situation. But others are gonna just exit your life or situations because they sometimes, again, like I said, they're just not ready. They're just not ready. Or we are just not ready for certain things. We all are. That includes you as well, right? But at the moment, you are ready for whatever is presented to you. And the other person is really making that decision. But you're saying, stop, mate. Stop. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I want to have an open conversation here. Open, honest, respectful conversation here. Is that possible? Says Virgo. And it's so funny because usually I would also put the cards on this, but it's really like, again, it's funny. I'll show you. Follow me over on Instagram. I'll post that picture. And I think that's a really good thing. I started doing that because then you can actually see it for yourself, how the cards are being laid out, because there's always something in that too. Like possibly with how they're laid out, like geometry wise. but also that they're facing towards you, which never happened before, and then they don't want me to place these cards on the other ones, which I would usually do. So follow me over at Instagram at universalpowertarot, all right? And you can see that picture along with a picture of the extended that I'll do after this, all right, if you want to. So there's a separation here too in the cards, showing itself. But again, fulfillment, they just drew my view to fulfillment here, to the word. So this is fulfilling to you, again, because you seem to be aligned and quite happy with where you are. You've got everything you want. It may not be much or everything you need. You have it with you because it's within you. This is very much also about resources, how resourceful you really are on the inside, and how, again, how beautifully aligned you are, and your door is open, basically. Yeah, with the Six of Pentacles as well. Your door is open. You give out freely. But you will shut that door as well on people that are disrespectful and that are rude. And because there's no need for that. Absolutely not. This is not tolerated, nor is it appreciated. All right? And that's what Virgo says here, and rightfully so. That's a good thing, because you have learned how to draw your boundaries. Okay? Seven of Stones, healing. Again, we have that strong connection to nature. It's also about, do you see like the desert-like surroundings here? It's just not, it's about the old being left behind. But you are being in this beautiful meditative state here, and very aligned state again here. It's like you understand like the bigger picture of it all. You do. There's something about throat chakra. Watch out with, this is very specific, with iron, your iron intake, right? Or is it iron? You know what's in iron? Oh man, with salt. Sometimes they put that stuff in salt, and that might not be good for you, for your thyroid. So check on that. I hope I'm saying it right. But this is very specific again. So it's like finding the beauty in a situation, and just being content with what you have. And that elevates you automatically. That automatically puts you in on a different timeline, if you will. It just puts you in a different kind of a stance, and your surroundings may currently not reflect that. Not right now. May not. They could be for some of you, but for most of you, for the most part, they may not reflect that. But you're so happy within that stance here, so happy. And it's also talking about, well, letting that fall away, accepting that also, accepting death processes, people falling away, job falling away, situations falling away, really accepting those situations and rising above them. Or in your case, it's not really rising above them, because you just understand. In meditation, you totally, or whatever it is that you do, right? You totally understand, Virgo here, the bigger picture, and therefore it's beautiful. It's just, that is love, right? That is accepting it for what it is. All right, sweethearts, we're already 18 minutes in, so I'm not going to draw another card here. We're going to save that for the extended. So if you wish to follow me over to Vimeo and Patreon, I'm really curious where this goes, because the energy was so gorgeous with that card here, with the Seven of Stones, and also with the Three of Bows. I'm really curious to find out what else they have for you, and I'm going to draw more oracle cards here for you and get advice from Spirit with what's going on. All right? So thank you so much for watching, for your likes, beautiful comments, shares, subscriptions. I really appreciate this. And you'll find the links for Vimeo and Patreon to where you can follow me down in the description box, as well as in the comment section also, okay? All right, I'll either see you over there or I'll see you next time. Thank you, Virgo. Bye.